Hello, I'm Mackenzie Silva, and I'd like to start this off with a special thanks to my dedicated team, Nathan, Ian, Brody, and Grace. In this video, I will cover our objective behind the data, the significant variables discovered, visual explanations of the data, key takeaways, and recommendations for using this information. Our objective behind this data was to identify key variables that would cause someone to leave American Express. This data will be used to assist American Express in how to prepare for and prevent these variables. There are many variables that can go into someone leaving a credit card. Our data included 20 possible variables across 10,127 customers. We found that only 16 were significant through p-values and multicollinearity. The most notable example is age, as it was found to have a high correlation with months on book. We also found that total transaction amount and total transaction count had multicollinearity. These variables were kept in the data as they were significant, but it was likely as those who spend more frequently will also spend more money overall. This is the model we used to find attrition percentage using these 16 variables. With this model, there was a 37.49% R-squared and a 29.96 percentage point standard error. This points to a need for more data to further identify any factors leading to attrition. Moving on to the visual representations of our data, here we have predicted risk under new scenario. We start off with a transaction threshold of 45, but we can go fairly low until we start to see them look very similar. Overall, this is a fairly linear rise and fall, but we can see the turning point with the transaction threshold at 70. And at that point, they'll continue to rise exponentially until they look pretty similar. Next up, we have our flagged customer value and activity level. We can see overall who's going to be more likely to leave at each income level. Up first is the less than 40,000 category with the highest activity level. This is much higher than any of the other points on the graph, which raises some concerns. Our average threshold is just below 10,000 and our average transaction count is just below 14,000. With the less than 40,000 group, they have a $3,523 threshold and a total transaction count of 27,221. Our lowest point is the 120,000 group, as they have the highest credit limit but the lowest transaction count. Even in comparison per capita, the 120,000 group has the lower transaction count amount in comparison to the less than 40,000 group. What this means to American Express is to put more focus on the less than 40,000 group, as paired with the data collected on transaction thresholds, there will be high concerns with dropping their card. Then there is attrition risk breakdown by cause. This graph is meant to show the different categories that impact attrition and how. We have education level, income category, card type, and sex as different points to identify risks. We will use these categories to pinpoint possible concerns with each individual variable to properly prepare for those possible risks associated with a customer. Those concerns also lead us into flagged customers. Using the data we have pulled, we can identify each customer and what their risk is. This will assist American Express in finding these customers and being able to correctly respond to the concerns given, like low transactions could possibly be raised with bonuses like cash back. Next is churn over time, which shows us the attrition rate and how many months they have been on the card on average. The highest overall is Platinum at 25% attrition rate at only 14 months, and the lowest overall is Silver at 14.77% attrition rate with 43 months on book. Additionally, we can alter these points to allow us to know how each card changes within each income group. The highest in the 40,000 to 60,000 group is Platinum at 100% attrition rate with only 1 month on book. The lowest in this category is Silver at 11.11% and 34 months on book. The highest in the 60,000 to 80,000 range is Gold at 20.69% at 14 months, and our lowest is Platinum at 0% rate 3 months in. With the 80,000 to 120,000 group, Gold is the highest at 23.81%, and Platinum is once again at 0% and 2 months on book. Within the 120,000 group, Silver has the highest rate of attrition at 18.33%, and Platinum is once again at 0 with 4 months on book. In the less than 40,000 group, Platinum rose to a 50% attrition rate in 4 months, while Silver was at the lowest at 15.83% and 33 months on book. Using these group rates, American Express will be able to prepare for certain responses depending on the card someone uses in their income category. Some of our key takeaways is that our model had an R-squared of 37.49% and a standard error of 29 percentage points. We found that Platinum and Gold card users were the most at risk for attrition overall. We also found that those in the less than 40,000 group are the most at risk of leaving. The more frequently someone spends, the more likely they are to leave American Express. Our primary suggestion would be to re-engage members with recent low activity. These customers are at the highest risk, so using ways to incentivize them to continue using their cards will reduce that rate. This re-engagement could include outreach, bonus offers, and benefits. These could also benefit those with Platinum or Gold cards. These offers would be more appropriate around the 12 or 30-month mark, respectively. Once these have been established, we will be able to collect and test the new data to see if the re-engagement tactics have had a significant effect. When collecting the new data, we should add to our variable pool, one possible suggestion being the time of the year when people leave to see if the seasons have any effect on the data. I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at bnanteam@arizona.edu.